I wish he would have stayed home, away from this cruel world that we live in. Dear reader, children shouldn't roam this world alone, but we can't help them in their nest forever. My son left his room one night to an enchanted chirping outside his window, and I knew what this was, but only from my years of studying this creature. You see, there is a monster that wanders around the globe, preying on innocent children, watching and waiting. I remember fondly. It was September 15th, 1983. That was the year my wife and I escaped from the busy world of New York to live our lives in the country, North Dakota. We lived happily there for several years, until I discovered one true love of studying the seed eater. The seed eater is a disturbed bird human creature that roams the forest, stalking children, abducting them to be a part of their legend. On June 19th, 1987, I first saw it sitting on the tree on my front lawn. I was in a daze when I saw it. My destiny beckoned me, and it said to follow it, love it, or learn it. Around the same time, 2 weeks later, I awoke to a strange tapping noise in front of my window. I knew it was him. I ran out of the window to see it sitting on the tree, just staring into my eyes. I was about to cry from the majesty of it. I remember it telling me that it wanted my help. I would do anything for it. On April 3rd, 1988, the seed eater arrived at my window again. I was overjoyed. It said it was time, and I remember. You see, the seed eater devours children to keep itself alive, indulging in their youth to live forever. I remember the little boy. Oh, what was his name? Oh well, it doesn't matter. I remember going for this house and just simply knock on the door at 4:29 a.m., but nobody would answer. I never saw the bay window, and it was just the boy's room. I went to tell the seed eater that let's just call him S.E. for now. He told me how to get his attention the next day. A couple of weeks went by, and the stench of the flesh was getting disgusting. Where was S.E.? The parents of the boy put up a lost posters last week. I wonder why they didn't worry for the first 2 weeks. Oh well, I'm not concerned. On May 14th, 1988, the boy was nothing but bloated, rotting flesh, and the CE was nowhere to be found. I guess my services weren't needed. May 15th, 88, he came. He took the body and requested another. May 16th, 88, 6 kids killed, 6 kids devoured, 6 more requested. May 18th, 88, however losing people makes me wonder. The killer monster seed eater come tonight, and he said kids weren't doing the trick anymore. He wanted something bigger. If you are reading this, you may be the only hope to find out the truth of this thing. In my room, there's a journal. On page 49, you'll discover how to take the life out of this monster. But he's had me under a tight death grip. I couldn't do it, but maybe you'll have more strength than me. Goodbye, everyone. I hope being eaten is what I brought onto myself. Well, that was Through the Trees, a creepypasta. My final thoughts on this story. Well, I am going to be completely honest. I remember hearing this story from Mr. Creepypasta 9 years ago. Well, he uploaded a video about it 9 years ago. I do know for a fact that there are a couple people that actually narrated this story, but I'm surprised that not a lot of people actually have talked about this story, about this certain monster that is, called the Seed Eater or something, and, eating children. I mean, this concept of it seems like a pretty damn awesome, movie. Not really movie, but kind of like a good, interesting concept. I mean, normally I would see stuff like this as perfect for a horror movie, but holy hell, this one definitely has a really great concept. I mean, it honestly flats out really gets the fear factor of this story. And I think this is the main thing of what I liked about this story. I mean, the pictures that you probably see are, well, one of the pictures I used. I mean, the one with the child's drawing, I mean, that was pretty a good one too, but I also mainly decided to use the one that mainly had more description and maybe go into more detail of what this creature is. I mean, the whole idea of it being, it captures children, I'm not saying it's like Pennywise from It or anything, but I do find it really helps out with the story, going into detail of what this thing actually does. I honestly was really surprised that not a lot of people or narrators have touched the story. I mean, I know there was some lines and words that were crossed out in the story, but I read them anyway because, I think it made more sense to do that. But anyways, with that being said, I honestly do find the story to be a really interesting concept. It honestly really helps out with the story and everything about it. It's honestly that good. Now, I guess with that being the case and that being said, I still find this story to have, a very good enjoyability. Like, I like the concept, I like the grammar. The grammar of this story is pretty good, as well as the sentence structuring and the storyline. Honestly, I do think that the whole thing was just really amazing. And it's something that I'm really, really glad to read this story, because I've kind of stumbled upon it maybe just last month or maybe a few months ago or something. But I bookmarked this one just so I can, trying to find the time to read it. And I finally do have the time, so I decided to read this one. It's on the regular Creepypasta wiki for any of you guys who are curious and want to know. Really awesome story. I do find it to be, a pretty good one. But I definitely gotta say, I recommend reading this story if you have not. It's a pretty good creepypasta, and, excuse me, pardon me about that. You guys will not be disappointed. So anyways, with that being the case and with that being said, I'm gonna sit here and just say that even though this concept and all that seems good, I still really like how well made this story really was. Especially with everything that went out. It's flat out awesome. I definitely would have to say it's a really interesting concept. I really do find this story to be, good. It's amazing. Just a really well-made story. So, anyways, with that being the case and with that being said, this is just simply my own personal opinion. Now, to the author of the story, I can't seem to find out who you are. If you happen to be the author of the story, let me know in the comments below. And then I will sit there and, be sure to give you proper credit if you do happen to come across this video. And let me know in the comments that you're the one who wrote this story, as I can't seem to find out who the original author of this story is. So with that being the case and with that being said, I'm going to sit here and just say, this is just simply my own personal opinion, and if you happen to disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions in regards to these creepypastas. This is just simply my own personal thoughts. I'm giving this story I'm going to give this one a 10 out of 10. Mainly because it's a really good story. I really do like the concept of it, and it's really good. I mean, I really wish there might have been maybe a little longer and maybe add some more stuff added to it. But other than that, it's just good the way it is. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with the story, but maybe if some of you guys have an issue with the story or something, maybe you could comment down and let me know what you guys think. If you have any negatives of this story that you did not like or whatever. Because I'm willing to understand, that, everybody has their own opinions. So with that being said and with that being the case, what did you guys personally think of this creepypasta? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this story a lot better. Feel free to leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Lion Queen. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you're brand new here to this channel, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, please roll the outro, because I'm out.